Let me just. Hey, Super Lit Tom and Jerry. You're in? Alan, you're here.
Hey Elijah, I'm
Thank
just
God
in
you're
time
here
for
for
the
this
live stream,
episode
right?
of Crushing Activities when we're going to talk about 9/11, the terrorist attacks.
Yeah, and I can't wait. I can't wait when Manuel shows up, right?
And Alex, too.
hmm When he charges his phone. I see the real fan, and I see the real fan group. And then we saw in Drift Kings live, it was Hopping Buster Bunny that we hope that we might see soon, right?
Yeah, Buster Bunny too.
From Tiny Toons, because this is my second favorite show. And my first favorite show is South Park. And then also, now he sent StreamYards in the real fan group. Also, if Hopping Buster Bunny has Snapchat, we'll put him in the real fan group. Right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna change my color.
Hair.
Mm-hmm. We have the. Mm-hmm. And also, Elijah just started.
I just pray Harry Manuel comes. Some.
Yeah, he might be here any minute now, right? That was the same color you put, just like Amity Blight's hair.
Call it just like Amity's hair.
Mm-hmm. And also, then you also like the time when I did your Amity Blight OC on the Owl House, and then I did
Yeah.
Drift King's 0311's. And I mean I did Manuel's OC of My Life as a Teenage Robot, and then next I did Hop and Buster Bunny's OC like back in July. It's an OC about Samuel Wolf, and then right now he has his own OC of Samuel Skunk. I mean, he's Manuel's on his way to the live stream, and then I can't wait what we're
Just
gonna
wait.
talk about. And then I can't wait to talk about who were the victims of 9/11, right?
Yeah, Manuel's gonna do mostly the information. What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Manuel.
Hey,
Manuel.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Manuel.
Sorry,
Yeah,
because
we're-
like it's because I was
dude,
joining on my.
And we're
I
live.
know
We're
we
gonna
were joining on
talk
my
about
computer. I'm
the
sorry,
Christian
what's up?
activities. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about the 9/11. So you start. Your turn.
Oh, my turn. Like we want me to talk about 9/11.
Yeah, about the planes.
Oh, the planes. Okay.
Let's
okay.
talk the history. I'll tell you the history
Most of
about
flights
the World War II
actually
train.
here. I
I'll-
know most of the
actually, I
pilots'
will
names,
tell you.
Okay?
Yeah, excuse me. Let's talk about how the two
I'll-
World
if
Trade
you want me
Center
to, I'll talk about
towers
the
were
pilots
built.
and everything. You know.
Yeah.
I'll talk about
We're
everything
gonna do
that
that
Okay,
after
so
we talk
four
about
planes were
the
hijacked
planes.
that day,
We're gonna
right?
talk about after how the two World Trade Center towers was built.
Yeah, okay. So
So-
here's the details I know about the planes. So both planes that hit the World Trade Center actually departed from Boston. They departed from Boston Logan Airport, heading for LA. Two planes, American Airlines Flight 11, from Boston to Los Angeles, and that was a Boeing 757, I would say. No, 767. 767. It's a Boeing 767. And
I
this thing was
even
honestly
knew
en route of
about.
Los Angeles. Like it took off early, like around 8 in the morning. It took off from 8 in the morning with no delays. United 175 took out also at around 8:14 a.m. Just had a slight delay, but departed at 8:14 in the morning. But during that time, the hijackers on board Flight 11 decided to do everything. They decided to take action. It seems like the both hijackers got utility knives, which at the time the FAA allowed on planes. At the time, they allowed those kind of weapons in the plane. They allowed those kind of weapons, and they stabbed both flight attendants. They stabbed
Was it
both the
the
flight
and
attendants,
then the pilots?
and that's when they breached the thing. Like as the pilot hijacker leaves up, a passenger got involved because the passenger saw who was sitting behind him, saw the whole thing, and he wanted to try to intervene, but he was stabbed by the hijackers and leave him bleeding to death. And the hijackers
he
breached the
died
cockpit,
because of
and
blood
they started
loss.
attacking the pilots. They started stabbing the pilots and killing them, like almost instantly. Then
Did he
all
almost-
five hijackers breached
Did
themselves.
he kill
into the
like
cockpits.
almost everyone? He almost killed everyone.
No, he only stabbed only one passenger because he was the one that got himself into it. I mean, first of all, he intervened, so that's the reason why he got stabbed him. because he intervened once the pilot hijacker got up from his seat. When he
You
saw
cannot
that, he
do
tried
that.
to stop him. But
You
he was
cannot do
stabbed.
that because you would be played guilty because of this.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
then the
because,
passenger
Of
dared.
course, facing
'cause,
death after execution. Or
Yeah, the
Yeah, 'cause,
passenger then got stabbed
terrorism's
because
illegal,
he
right?
intervened, honestly, which you should not do. Like, don't try playing a hero. Don't do that. Just get their demands. Like, that's like if you're in a bank robbery. If there's a guy with a gun, do not play the hero. Do not. Just do whatever he says, you know? Just do what he says and just stay back. That's all. So once they cut the hijackers, they decided to do something with the plane. They turn off the transponder, and the transponder identifies the plane on radar, like with air traffic controller sees the plane. But it's harder now because it just turns off the information of the plane. The blimp is still up, but they have no idea what plane it is. If it was American Airlines, they would have put AA11, 767, and because they turned it off, they don't see it. So the air traffic controllers didn't know what happened. They just know it just disappeared on radar. They tried radioing flight 11 because it was supposed to climb up maintain 357 maintain its balance, and there was no response. There was nothing. Then the pilot hijacker actually decided to talk to the passengers, but the hijackers pressed the wrong button. The pilot hijacker thought that he was talking to the passengers, even though he was talking outside and he was talking with air traffic controllers, and the recordings is actually there. He then asked everyone that they having some problems, that they're going back to the airport, and that everybody should remain calm.
Yeah,
At this
and
moment,
also,
a flight attendant named Betty Ong actually called American Airlines reservation in North Carolina. She tells her what was going on. Then, of course, after that, they talked to the American Airlines emergency services in Fort Worth, Texas.
Whoa!
yeah, and also,
And they talk.
hey,
And
guy.
this is how I was. Like, this is how I was to call. Like, here, I'll try playing as Betty Ong. Okay, it goes. She said this. My name is Betty Ong. I'm number 3 on flight 11. Okay. Our number 1 has got stabbed, and our cursor is stabbed, and nobody can breathe. I think someone has mace, and they're in the cockpit. I don't know. I think we're getting hijacked. And then, like, first of all, she was actually the one that actually got out to the world of what was going on. And at this time, the FAA, like Boston Air Traffic Controllers at this time, they know that American Airlines like disappeared off radar, and they had to try fighting the plane. So they decided to talk to the northeastern air defense sector, or NEADS for short. They decided to contact them to see what's going on, telling them that they have a hijacked aircraft that is heading towards New York, and that they need fighter jets to intercept it and find it. Although the fighter jets, like the F-16s, actually started heading towards, they were prepared to be ready to take off and find Flight 11. And at this moment, Flight 11 is already heading towards New York. Then, at 8:46 in the morning, American Airlines Flight 11 crashes into the North Tower of the World Trade Center, damaging the floors of 89 to 25th, the 92nd floor, actually. The explosion destroys the elevators. It explodes on floors 77, 82, 28, and the West Side lobby. All 3 building stairwells were actually impossible to climb out. So yeah, you could tell like how many people were stuck above the impact zone. They were really stuck. With the towers being how many floors was the towers? Like 110 stories? Like that kind of
I
stuff.
think so.
Yeah, 110-story floors. Yeah, nobody can escape from that. At this moment, of course, Flight 175, as I mentioned, he took off and started heading up in the air. That's when the assault begins. After Flight 11 crashed into the North Tower, that's when Flight 175's hijacking begins. It's possible that the 2 hijackers stabbed a flight attendant. They did the same thing as they did to Flight 11. They stabbed the flight attendant, then they breached the cockpit, killed the pilots, and the hijacker pilot took over. And at this moment, like, everybody was actually shocked, like, because like the hijackers thing they had to do was to move everyone back at the plane. And that's exactly what they did to all flights. All the flights that were hijacked, the passengers were forced to the back of the plane, you know? And also, hijackers back then, they used to have a pretend thing of a bomb. But that's not really a bomb. It's actually just wires and tape or something, you know? It's just to make them scared, you know? To intimidate them, you know? That kind of stuff. It's just to scare them. And then, like, as I mentioned earlier, the pilot hijacker already took over Flight 175. And of course, Flight 175 is still heading towards New York and it's still on to Manhattan. At this time, also, Flight 77, as I mentioned earlier, he took off from Dulles, Virginia to Los Angeles. And the third group of hijackers, of course, they made their move. However, it wasn't as a threat, and actually, there was no bomb threats, no one stabbed reports actually. So they just rushed into the cockpit and just killed the pilots, like with nothing, no bomb threats, no nothing. They just stormed in, stabbed the pilots, and just took it off. So with that out of the way, the pilot hijacker actually was called, let me see his name. Let's see his name. Oh yeah, Marwan al-Shayh, actually. And actually, he wasn't supposed to be there in the pilot, actually. There was supposed to be another terrorist who's also there, too. But, however, he couldn't go to the U.S. because of his visa card being expired. So he pretended to be the non-sanctionary between the hijackers, you know, a go-between the hijackers. And, well, short story, he was actually replaced by him with Hani Hanjour, the pilot of the hijacker for Flight 77. Then, of course, Flight 77 diverts from its flight path and it hits back east towards Washington, D.C.
Emmanuel?
And at this moment, like, after Flight 11 crashed, like, everybody was panicking. Like, firefighters were on the scene, police officers were
Police
there.
and ambulances. And also, people can see it from a mile away.
Yeah, because the fire was obviously big, dude. You could just literally see it if you were
My
in
mom
Broadway.
and my parents were around, and my Ukrainian grandparents while they're in the Ukraine heard this event.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you were in Broadway, you would have seen it. You would have seen it right there. It was very, very hard. But
and if you were like in Central Park or like at the
like
near Metropolitan Museum Park, or even like at Grand Central Terminal Penn Station, then and the Statue of Liberty and the Empire State Building, then you would absolutely see this.
Yeah, they could see it, dude. I'm telling you, they can see it everywhere. They could see it a mile, even a mile. Even in Brooklyn, actually. In Brooklyn and New York, you could see it, honestly. It's obviously happening in Manhattan. So, yeah, at this moment, everybody was just figuring out that American 11 crashed by accident, even though they don't know the whole entire thing. But that's when the timer hit 9:03. It's been 20 minutes since Flight 11 crashed into the North Tower. That's when everything happened. The news reports, like at this time, news reports were still broadcasting of what was going on. Then they saw something else, another plane coming towards them and striking the South Tower. That's when everyone realized that this was no accident.
Some of the people can't use the elevators because during the fire alarm, there has been an emergency reported near the building. Immediately use the stairways. There are marked stairways and exits. Do not use the elevators because you can get stuck, or if to make things worse, if there's a terrorist attack,
but dude, like those gallons of
most
fuel
likely
that
die.
the plane had, like they had 10,000 gallons of fuel, dude. Like that's a lot of fuel. And if it hits something, then of course it just explodes the whole entire thing. But then, as Flight 175 came in, it was actually there, and then the Flight 175 did a little angle. Instead of hitting straight like how American 11 did, it actually did an angle. Like, you could see, like, the plane right there, and then, like, he made a left turn and hit the South Tower in the angle. You know, you saw in the news. It literally turned and just hit it in the angle. Once everyone saw the second plane hitting, now they realized that this is no accident, you know. This is not an accident because two planes hitting a building at the same time, that's not an accident. That is not an accident. This is something serious.
Is it on purpose?
Dude, yes. That means America is under attack. Dude, nobody thought that Flight 11 crashed into the North Tower was an accident. They thought it was an accident. But then as Flight 175 hit the South Tower, that's when they realized that this is no attack, that this is no an accident, this is not an accident. This is a terrorist attack that it's happening in America.
Because that means that means they crashed that plane on purpose.
They crashed on purpose. Yes, they crashed it because first of all, the hijackers were on a suicide
those
mission.
were those stupid.
They were doing suicide missions.
Sadistic Muslims.
And guys,
Yeah.
and then have you ever heard of the Taliban, or was it called?
And I've also heard that there was supposed to be another plane that was supposed to be that was hijacked. That was supposed
Yeah,
to
I know the
crash
story.
into
I was going to
Washington,
tell you about
D.C.
that as well. I was going to tell you that. But, like, I want to talk about the other plane as well.
I
American
just
Airlines
spo-
Flight
I
77.
just accidentally spoiled
No, it's
it.
okay. It's
'cause
okay.
I'm
It's
just-
okay. So at this moment, like when the South Tower was hit, everybody realized that the military actually at this time they knew that they're at war. They're at war with someone.
They were
And
at
that
war
in
with
order to do
Afghanistan.
that, they decided to do something. They want to try shutting down the nation, meaning that they had to land every aircraft in the United States, regardless of destination. You know, this is national emergency. Everyone lands regardless of destination. Everywhere. The East Coast, the Canadian coast, everywhere. Like everywhere. I'm telling you. Every airport that actually is in the world, they were shut down. They had to land every plane.
They were
And that's
temporarily
exactly what they did. They land every
Until
plane.
when?
They managed to land at least, according to here, it says they managed to at least land at about 4,458 planes. Oh my God, that's a lot.
Whoa! God damn!
Yeah, it says 4,448.
And I thought,
Even though
There's
they,
no
I
way.
can't
There's
believe
no way
those
that
and I
planes
thought,
on
like,
purpose.
Anyway,
And guys, and
so
remember,
as American, sorry, I want to continue the story. Okay, so American 77 was honestly heading towards Washington at this point. He was already heading towards Washington.
as I said
And
earlier,
of course,
mentioned earlier.
But wait, that's not a dirt plane. That's a dirt plane. We're on a dirt plane story.
Oh,
As
yeah.
American 77 headed towards the NEADs actually sent fighter jets to head towards Washington actually to intercept it because of the communications, they thought American 77 was actually Flight 11 because of the communication, because of the confusion, you know, because it was two American airline planes that were hijacked. That's because they got confused. They got confused of which plane was it. And because the fighter jets are actually 100 miles away from the Pentagon, it's too late for them to intercept Flight 77 because Flight 77 already hit the Pentagon in the west side of the building. And there's no actually proof, actually, because we saw a security camera, but I don't see the plane exploding. Like, all I just see was the Pentagon normal, and then boom, explosion. Like, I cannot tell if the plane actually hit it, honestly. And that's why we have so many conspiracies about that, honestly. Because of that security camera. Because, but Flight 77 indeed crashed into the Pentagon. That's all.
Wow.
Flight 77 hit the building in the west side, destroying everything in its way. Like, it destroyed everything. It destroyed most of the building. It just hit the west side of the Pentagon. And the Pentagon is actually the headquarters of the U.S. military. It was the headquarters of the U.S. military. And after the attack of the Pentagon, the White House and the Capitol decided to have an evacuation. Like, Washington, D.C. had to be evacuated. Everybody needed to get out because they realized since, like, now this is not a terrorist attack anymore. This is something that's happening and that everyone should be ready for something that's going to happen. Because since the Pentagon was attacked, now they're afraid that the White House is going to be attacked as well, which I don't blame them because they're about to get attacked. So they had to evacuate everybody. Like, everybody had to evacuate. That's all. Police were there. Firefighters were there. They were trying to fight the blaze of the fire of the Pentagon, but so many people were still trapped inside of the building actually at this time. So possibly one of them are either dead or injured at this time. Anyway, and of course, around American 77's crash into the Pentagon, that's when another fourth plane, United Airlines Flight 93, took off from Newark, New Jersey to San Francisco. And that plane actually was delayed. It actually took off around 8:42 in the morning, possibly 30 minutes after American Airlines hit the North Tower, actually. Like, that same time where American 11 already hit the tower. And because of that, they had to wait for more. But with the pilots right now, they actually got a message from them about telling them what was going on. And right here, according to here, I actually found it in Wikipedia. It says here, the message they got was saying, beware any cockpit intrusion at raids. 2 aircraft hit World Trade Center. And then, like, the captain of the plane of United 93 replies saying this, Ed, he types, confirm latest message, please, Jason. But before they can get a response, that's when the hijacking began. But this hijacking was actually different, because the pilots actually did try their best to fight back the hijackers. And because of the fighting, it made the plane go down. Like, it literally made the plane heading down, like diving. It was diving the plane. And because they were struggling to fight with the plane, you could hear in the recording, in the cockpit voice recorder, you could hear the pilots saying, "Mayday, Mayday," and like they're hearing like
murder, murder.
Yeah, like that, like like
just like the one you hear in Tugs.
Yeah, exactly.
And
like,
in the
Mayday,
Enterprising
Mayday,
Engine series, which is one of the series of Tugs.
Yeah, and like he was like screaming and everything, and honestly, like I didn't know that actually happened but they did fight back actually, the pilots though, even though they ended up dying though, because the hijackers managed to kill all of them. And of course, the pilot hijacker took over the plane. He then radioed ahead, actually, and he said this. At first, he said this: "Hi, it's the captain. I'd like you all to remain seated. There's a bomb aboard, and I'm going back to the airport. That's our demand, so please remain quiet." And honestly, it was actually still recorded to the air traffic controller. So the whole recordings of the pilots, of the hijacker pilots' recording is actually still there in air traffic control, actually. Because they hit the wrong button again, as I mentioned earlier.
Yep.
But during the hijacking, they actually did stab one passenger in the throat, though. They did indeed stab one passenger. And a passenger actually tries to find...
Yeah, so did the passenger got stabbed actually died?
Yeah. Remember when?
Yeah, he died.
Remember the time when?
He tries to get a pulse. He tries to get a pulse, but he dies. He dies.
Hey guys, remember that time when one of the towers collapsed? Someone went like, "Oh God!" Ah!
God. Oh yeah. Let's not talk about that. That's very sad, dude. Probably he was still stuck inside the building, dude. Don't make fun of that.
Yeah, it's
like at this time,
I
like,
hope that
everyone,
the enemies
like,
don't
inside
invade
the plane,
this
like,
live,
says,
right?
Oh, wait, I want to tell. Can I please talk? I just want to talk. Like, with Flight 93 still heading towards Washington, like it's already like the pilot hijacker moves the plane off the radar and head towards Washington. And according to his target, actually, it says it was supposed to hit the Capitol building or the White House. Like, I don't know if that's true or not. Was it the Capitol or was it the White House? I think it was the White House or the Capitol.
Yeah,
no, it was the Capitol.
That was the White House, so they would kill the president.
It was the Pentagon.
Even though, no, they already hit the Pentagon. What was the fourth one though? I would say the Capitol. I would say the Capitol building. I would say.
I would say the White House.
As the Capitol, as everybody was scared, of course, at like around 9:49 in the morning, of course, the FAA decided to do something with Flight 93. They realized that Flight 93 is actually a hijacking, and they decided to do something that's very, very risky. They want to try shooting down the hijacked plane with fighter jets. But they don't have the go-ahead, because they're afraid that, they have reasons why they want to shoot a fighter jet at a passenger plane, because there's civilian casualties, Like, not only they're endangering the hijackers, but they're endangering the civilians, They're endangering them and everything, all that stuff. And, of course, they had to decide what to do. And they decided to try and wait and just intercept the Flight 93 and don't shoot at it. Like, don't shoot it, just fly and like, fly it and just find it and just keep it, making sure where it is, where it's located, all that stuff. But honestly, well, in that decision, the passengers decided to do something. They decided to fight back the hijackers. And they decided to do that. And in the cockpit voice recorder, like I can't show because it's very disturbing, but I could tell what it was. It was broken. You can hear like broken glass, loud screams, loud thumps, and everything. An assault actually was going on.
And we can't hear the audio because it's very sad.
Yeah. But one of the hijackers did say this in Arabic, but I didn't necessarily to translate it actually. He said, "Is that it? Shall we finish it off?" Another hijacker says, "No, we don't. When they all come, we finish the job." Then, like, they already, like, at this moment, the passengers already breached through the cockpit. They were trying to fight back the pilot hijacker. But he was already diving the plane down, actually. And he starts screaming, "Allahu Akbar." or in Arabic for God is great.
Yeah, and also want to know who that
plunges
want to know
down.
who that includes.
Yeah, I know. It's God is great. I know. It
It
translates
even
as God is
includes
great.
who else is responsible. It was Mohammed Atta.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, he's the pilot hijacker. Actually, he was the pilot hijacker. You
Yeah,
know?
I hate Mohammed. Did he actually die
and then,
during the wreck?
And then well, like at this moment, like the pilot hijacker actually knew what was going on, and he decides to try to stop the passengers by turning a left sharp turn, and also pitches the nose up and down to throw everyone out. According to the flight data, it said that he pulls the throttle up and down just to make the passengers fall off, you know. And of course, like the plane was already in a nosedive at this point. It was already a nosedive, and it plunges down and crashes into a field outside of Shanksville, Pennsylvania. There were no survivors.
All of them had been incidentally killed, tragically.
And out of the fourth aircraft hijacked that day, only in 993 was the only one that did not reach its target because it crashed into a field outside of Shanksville, Pennsylvania at 10:03 a.m.
They failed.
But at least they prevented the terrorists missed their targets. That's the good thing. They managed to miss the terrorist targets, even though it ended up costing their lives.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And at this moment, like back in New York, everything was under control.
Oh, Red Ball 4
Firefighters managed to
destroyed.
escape. Firefighters managed to escape. Like they managed to save a little bit about. According to here, it says here that they managed to rescue about about 1,500 people from both of the towers actually. But there were still so many that were trapped above the impact. Actually, they were still trapped.
Sad.
And as firefighters decided to try doing that, an FBI agent actually was there in the west,
Just like
the North Tower. He was
FBI,
inside the North
open up.
Tower, and he gets a call from the FBI from Washington D.C. telling them that there's more planes that are unaccountable, and that they expected to take more hits. Which what they don't realize is the threat that's developing 1,100 feet above
Red Ball 4 Terminator just said bingo.
When the hijacked airplane slammed into the North and South Tower, the explosion destroys the structure's bulks, meaning that at any moment the structure was going to timber down. It was burning from the fire. And then at 9:59 a.m., 56 minutes after the plane hit it, the South Tower collapsed. It was a devastating blow. There was debris everywhere, dust,
in
cloud,
the ground.
and everybody from downstairs just saw what was going on and fled for their lives. And not a single person actually survived the South Tower.
Yeah, all of them had been instantly killed by the accident, tragically.
By the collapse, actually, yes.
And then
at this moment, like after the collapse of the South Tower, everybody, like back in Washington D.C., with the Pentagon being hit, a few firefighters did manage to rescue a little bit, about 100 people that were still stuck, but there were still many more that were still unaccountable. So an army man that was from Operation Desert Storm wanted to try to rescue everyone inside, but a firefighter pushes him off, tells him, no, don't go. He tries to tell him, no, you can't, you have to get out, but then like he just wants to push the firefighters away. But when he did that, that's when something happened. The west core of the building collapsed. The west side of the building that was burning just collapsed. And because if that firefighter didn't do that or stopped him, he probably would have been dead. And then, of course, in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, firefighters arrived at the scene of the crash of Flight 93. They sadly found no survivors. All 44 people were killed. Then, back in New York, firefighters then realized what was going on, that the South Tower collapsed and that they had to get out. But there's actually something I actually found out. Back then, communications for firefighters in high-rise buildings doesn't work. People, like some firefighters could hear the mayday, but others don't. Meaning that some of the firefighters that were still climbing up did not hear the Mayday. Like at this time, the Mayday came in saying, you know, commands to all units in Tower 1, evacuate the building. And some dude
Guys, evacuate the building!
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
a terrorist attack going!
No, they say that the South Tower collapsed and that your tower, like, you know, they're saying the South Tower collapsed and that you need to get out of the tower. It's going to collapse in any second. And then at 10:28 a.m., after burning for just 1 hour and 20 minutes, the North Tower collapsed.
That's tragic.
When the North Tower collapsed, everybody started running. Like, I'm just telling you, everybody was running out of the scene. And everybody was
Some
just
of them
fleeing
were
for their lives.
diagnosed after 9/11.
And after the collapse, the towers were gone. They saw the towers, but Osama bin Laden and Al Qaeda had carried out one of the worst terrorism in history.
No.
In total, in the World Trade Center, 2,750 people will be confirmed dead at the World Trade Center, including 157 who were on board the 2 planes that hit the towers.
And then
At the
Shanksville,
Pentagon,
Pennsylvania.
the death toll went up for 187, including the 77 people, including 44 people that were on board Flight 77. And in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, there are 44 dead. The death toll from 9/11, 2,973.
Or you could say 2973 for short.
Yeah, actually, yeah. In total, almost 3,000 people lost their lives that day. And aftermath, America responded to 9/11, saying that terrorism isn't a war. You know, it's not a crime. It's an act of a war. It's an act of a war. Just like how Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. That would make the U.S. join the war.
And how
And they built a memorial
there were
for
terrorists
9/11
that bombed the
too.
building
And
in
you can
Oklahoma
still
City.
see the ghostly lights of 9/11 nowadays every night once
Yeah,
you're traveling
honestly,
to New York City. And
I went to New York
also,
City, and I actually
let's
saw that,
talk.
actually.
Let's
That was one
talk
of my first
about
things I wanted
how
to do when I was in New York.
2 original World Trade Center Twin Towers were built.
Yep.
So the
In
first one
aftermath,
was
of course, they decided to declare war on Afghanistan to find Osama bin Laden. In the year 2007, about 6 years after 9/11, they finally found Osama bin Laden and was shot and killed by the U.S. government. Even though Al Qaeda is still weak, even though it's weakened, it's still many people still want to do crimes or terrorism against here. And they captured most of the other plots that did, actually.
and
For example,
they also hate our country, America.
Remember him? Ramzi Youssef, the guy that did the bomb of the World Trade
You
Center.
know that Osama bin Laden was born in Saudi Arabia?
Yep, we knew that.
Did they find him in Pakistan or Afghanistan?
Pakistan, actually.
Oh yeah,
Pakistan.
and I can't. And
Pakistan,
it was
he
sad
was
when
at first Afghanistan, but he moved to
Hey,
Pakistan.
it was
And they
sad
actually
when.
found him.
Do you think it
And-
was sad when I went like, "Oh God, ah"?
Yeah, that was really sad, dude. Because like, first of all,
Oh, Amity
that
Blight
person
3
was
said
on
hi.
call.
Hey, Amity Blight 3.
Hello.
Anyway, after that bloody road of 9/11, it's still everyone still has that fresh in their minds of 9/11.
And
That long and
also,
bloody
some
road
of the
has become bloody
police,
and still.
some of the police, doctors, firefighters, and FBI were struggling with the profession. But in the winter season, in the winter of 2020, between 2001 and 2002, they had some fun doing some winter activities like skiing and snowing, which makes them extremely happy too.
Yeah.
And
they
Christmas helped them to
and
cheer the
after
Thanksgiving,
math of the
like
World
Friday,
Trade
Hanukkah.
Center collapsing, they had to do a lot cleanup, honestly, and it took them about 3 years. In 2003, actually, that's when the cleanup was actually fixed. You know, like the cleanup was actually they were done. The cleanup was done, and that they had a ceremony to honor the people that died that day as well. And
yeah, and also
9/11
they
has
just
changed everything. It changed
Yeah.
everything, and Al Qaeda
Yeah,
is not
but
just
then,
a terrorist
yeah, and they
It's like
Yeah, and
decided
then
to
remember there were
also
9/11
build a
references
new
in
World Trade
South Park
Center,
and
but
Family
not
Guy.
like the Twin Towers, but on its own, but even taller and better with
Honestly,
glass
the
from
World Trade Center.
2006.
Honestly, I actually miss the Twin Towers. That just reminds me of New York
I mi-
back then.
I
Honestly, how
miss the
beautiful
Twin
New York
Towers
was
too
with those
because
beautiful
want to hear a
skylines, including the World
backstory?
Trade Center.
It was better like in the 70s or 80s and 90s and up until September 11th, 2001 until
Honestly, they
Yeah,
could have
But
just
now
stayed
we
there,
got
honestly, but
this building
Yeah.
that's bigger than the Empire State Building, like that glass
at
tower.
least they did build
was
another one
it
World
Central
Trade
Park
Center.
Tower or
Actually,
one?
they
But
did
not
build
the
another one
twin,
World
but
Trade
not
Center.
the Twin Towers variant, but literally
But
a
I mean, at least this
single
one
only
World
one.
Trade Center is honestly good. I mean, I prefer that. But I still miss the
Yeah.
old Twin Towers, honestly. I still miss them.
Me too.
If this
And
event
But
wouldn't
I
have
just have no
happened,
reason
then
why did they did that, you know? Like, why target the World Trade Center? I mean, I get why, because they wanted to kill Jews and Christians. I get that, because they say that New York has a lot of Jews and that they like to go up to the World Trade Center. So I guess I
I
understand
They
mean,
all,
why.
if
but
they would have
New York
installed
also has
excuse me,
Muslims.
what
Yeah,
if they
New York has
installed
Muslims.
in
New York
security
is
some
everywhere, dude. We all have those
what
kind
if
of
Yeah,
they
we all have
installed
those
because
some
kind of
I
security
really love
cameras
I
on that
love
in the
living in New York.
Austin airplanes, and then they would have caught the Muslims on camera, and then the FBI
But
would
ever
literally
since then,
catch them
honestly,
and
since
send them to
the
court.
response to 9/11, there was new actually airport security measures. Like back then, anyone that could actually have utility knives, they were allowed to be board. You know, they're allowed to be on the plane. Actually, those utility knives back then. Back then they were, which at the time the FAA allowed them. But ever since 9/11, they refused that. You know, they don't want that anymore. You know, they don't want any hijacking to happen. You know, so they decide that if anyone has a utility knife,
They would have
either
had
arrested
a
or,
hijacking alarm to track. They would have added a hijacking alarm in the first place to track
But
to
honestly,
catch
President Bush
people.
actually. Well, honestly, I actually do know the president actually at the time was actually President George W. Bush. Actually, you know.
Is it William J. Clinton? Because it was not Joseph.
No. It's actually Bush president. You forgot?
No. Oh yeah. But yeah, it was George W. Bush.
George W. Bush. Yeah,
Hey,
the son of George H.W. Bush from the 90s. Remember, that's his father.
Which George H.W. Bush passed away like in 2018, and the Union Pacific 4101 diesel electric locomotive, was it an SD-78 or an ES-44 AC that hauled the George H.W. Bush funeral train?
Maybe the ES-44 AC. Hey,
And then they placed it on display.
Oh, and also, want to hear a backstory that my dad knew about the World Trade Center?
Yeah.
My dad has been to Windows of the World one time. Remember Windows of the World, which is where that restaurant had in the North Tower?
Yeah, Manuel.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Remember this Windows of the World restaurant in the North Tower?
Oh yeah, I saw the Windows restaurant. It's actually beautiful.
My dad's been there.
Honestly,
before.
9/11, like if anyone said like 9/11 could have been prevented, honestly, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. It would still happen, dude.
Yeah,
I
even
mean,
though I live 17 miles from New York City.
Honestly, I mean, 9/11 was even worse
Like
than the Pearl
1 hour
Harbor
away
attack,
from New York
honestly.
City.
I mean, we've been in America. We had a lot of attacks. We had a lot of defeats. Remember the Vietnam War? We got defeated in the Vietnam War. We didn't win. Which I'm actually surprised that we did not win the Vietnam War. I thought we won. But no, it turns out.
But the Cold War, we did win.
Well, actually, the Soviet Union actually gave up. Actually, they gave up because of that. No, actually,
And
it's actually the
also-
Chernobyl disaster. Actually, that
And the
Chernobyl
Soviet
disaster
Union
actually
formed
was the one.
into 3 nations like Russia and Ukraine. What's that other country again?
Belarus?
Belarus. Thank you. Gracias por saying that to me.
Yeah, and then
But no. Actually, the reason the Soviet Union collapsed actually was for people don't even know how or why. But I have one thing.
I know
because
why
the Chernobyl disaster
about.
that happened in 1984. Actually,
Same year
There
when
was a
Thomas
nuclear
came
meltdown,
out. In the
Do you
storm.
remember when there
And
was a
when
terrorist
my
that
aide,
bombed
Mr.
a
Ashton, was
parking
born.
lot in the World Trade Center in February 1993?
yeah, that was Ramzi Youssef. That's the guy. Yep, that's him. But honestly, to be honest, I would have understand why they wanted to talk as to blow up the World Trade Center and all. But I just think that it's like rough, you know, sort of that. You guys see me? Shoot the camera. Look at this. Oh my god, you guys can see my Thomas, right? It's like Thomas
Yeah,
right
and you
there.
could see like Polly.
Hey, and
We're
it's
such
good
Manuel
Thomas,
right
right?
there
Jeez.
in the
Look at this.
living
You
room.
guys can see my Thomas, right? Look, it's above.
I
Yeah.
have a Pennsylvania GT1 and a T1 in the Nickel Plate Road 759 284 Berkshire. I've seen the 759
cool.
and the GT1 in person, but not the T1 duplex because all of them are extinct. But hey, at least we're getting a new duplex like number 5550.
Yeah, and then also
Yeah, I
And it's
guess.
supposed to break the world
But,
student
like-
speed record of London and Northeastern Railway 4468. Mallard was still held to the 126 miles per hour record. But what I heard is that some T1s was confirmed to be reach 140 miles an hour during revenue service, but however, that truly may be mistaken because Mallard number 4468 is the true record holder. But I just don't want the T1 Trust to break the Mallard's records because breaking the world's these speed record for the steam engines these days is pointless. Just like Jim Vanderkolk said, it just makes you want to feel like you have something to brag about to your friends. And it can cause problems like the cylinder heads would blow up and cause boiler explosions or derailments or crown sheet failures. Yeah, so and trust me, if someone from the T1 Trust is actually watching this, please, when your locomotive is built in 2030, if we're like 36 and Manuel will be like 34 and 33 for Alan, and even though you've measured the components, stick with the mainline excursions. Don't break Mallard's record. There are even some people that support this record, and they realize they no lie because breaking the world steam speed record is actually kind of pretty pointless and ridiculous. But again, someone did jokingly write "duck for dinner" on the boiler barrel. Oh, Diego wants to join.
Hey guys.
Hey Diego.
I just found the tough guy scene, like the tough guys 4449 scene, right?
Yeah, and speaking of 4449, it hauled the American Freedom Train again for the 9/11 anniversary.
Wait, is this
this
stream is on not for kids mode, right?
Yeah, it's not for kids. We don't want to get demonetized for that,
mode,
right, Manuel?
So that gun stuff was okay. It's not okay. But look, let's show you all the 4449 scene.
Manuel's.
The
I can't.
4449.
No, we don't want to get demonetized for that.
No, it's not demonetized. It's the 4449.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the 44. Like the wreck. Like I want to know.
Manuel,
the
I can't
wreck
hear
of the
you.
40 Like, look what happens to the 4449. Like, right here. Like, how are there not gunshots on the boiler in the front of the smoke box?
Yeah, because it was streamlined.
Yeah, and look, how did they do this with the 40? Did the 4449 actually crash, or was that computer animated? Or was that using a model of the 4449?
I don't know. Maybe they just
That looks.
placed
I
this
think they used
brakes
the
on the
model-
4449.
I think they used the model of the 4449.
Hold on, Manuel. I can't hear you. I feel bad for you if you're not here. Yeah, and also, like I said, the 4449 was used for the Freedom Train again for the 2002, like for the 9/11 train wreck. And I also heard that 4449 will also be used for the American Freedom Train for the 2026 with the 611 and 614. Man, I miss 614. But at least I'll see 611 at Strasbourg on October 8th on my early birthday on October 8th, 2022. Saturday, October 8th, 2022. And I would try to drive the 611 one of these days.
Oh, cool.
Hey Alan, you're back.
Hey, it's because of the internet connection that happened on my computer.
Manuel, are you connected to the internet to try logging out and coming back in?
Yeah, but at least I'm on my phone since I have T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me try to find
then
something. Hold on. Let me try to find something. Like I found something unusual. Like have you heard of the Train Boys Dale with Thomas? Like Dark Side of Dale with Thomas?
Yeah, I've been to the Essex one when I was like 1 year old in 2006, but I would love to go there again and during my college years if college actually lets me take a break.
Mm-hmm. Also,
Hey, Manuel, can
Am
I
I
hear
here?
you?
Am I
Yeah, I
here?
hear you.
Here? You guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Good. Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
and also-
Thank God. Sorry,
What were you
my
trying to
internet's a
say?
little wacky, dude. It's a little wacky, but
Hold on. Let me try to
like,
find the.
I was like
Dark-
saying that like train accidents, like they're very, very bad. Honestly, they're really bad. For one reason, actually.
At least it's not as bad as 9/11.
Well, yeah, true, but like they still result with casualties. Come on, at least like the driver of the truck or the driver of the vehicle, the driver of the train. People could injure themselves, honestly. But like people say, like they could just try beating a train into a crossing. Like that's a dumb idea. Don't do that. Just stop, dude. Stop.
Just stop
Stop your
staying
car and
on the
everything.
tracks. Stop acting like a foamer and never stay close to a train moving that fast. Just like Union Pacific 844, how hit a person. Like on Saturday, July 2nd, 2018, when it struck and killed a pedestrian, which we're going to talk about in the next
Guys,
episode of
look.
Fresh Activities
Does that
tomorrow,
look like
where we talk
Percy?
about the tragic train wrecks. And I know
Does that look like-
Maryland Chase collision will be in there, along with the
Does
two
that
train
look
wrecks
like
of 1221,
Percy?
21
Or
1,
does
and
that
Union
look-
Pacific 1278.
Does that look like Percy or Peter Sam?
That is Percy. Incorrect. He got his wheels all fucked up. His
Listen.
funnel's just looking. This is Peter Sam.
Yeah, that's Peter Sam.
Peter Sam.
That's Peter Sam. That's Peter Sam.
I mean, why would you make Peter Sam? Percy has a narrow gauge
Everybody.
engine.
Yeah, we got Mavis again for some reason. We got Toby. I refuse to entertain the fact that is Percy. Incorrect. He got his wheels all fucked up. His funnel's just looking. This is Peter Sam. Don't.
That's
fuck
Peter
with
Sam.
On the face, though, even though it took you a try or two. Who is that?
That is
Plus,
so Peter Sam.
The fact that is Percy. Incorrect. He got
His wheels all messed up.
He is not a narrow gauge engine. He
And that's not
is
Percy.
a
This isn't
standard
Percy.
gauge engine. Hey, what if he used to be a standard gauge engine? That was a dumb idea.
Like, see, look,
Then-
that is Peter Sam.
Then also, Elijah.
Yeah.
And then
Are you excited for Rail Fanning at Linden? I'm gonna plan it on my calendar. I'm gonna put it in my Owl House calendar. I actually have
Yeah.
one.
So
Let me just
excited.
show you.
Then in April 22.
Guys,
Then
this
in
is my
April-
this is my friend Alfred's
I have
favorite.
the calendar
my
of the
our
Owl
friend
House.
Alfred's favorite
Mhm.
one. Look at that. What is that?
School calendar when you plan of all
Like,
the months.
what is this?
Right?
Yeah, I'm
Is that the of 20? Is that the 22 calendar?
Elijah, look at this.
Yeah, what is this?
Well, we're fucked. What is this? Like, whose idea is this? Like, well, number one, what is it? So apparently, this engine's name is Diana. You know,
Diana
you all
doesn't
remember.
exist
I
in
still
the
want to know
Thomas
what's wrong.
This one-
He's about to throw up.
Is that Percy or is that Peter? Or is that Peter Sam?
I think that looks a little bit like with the garbage engine. Holy.
Yeah. No. Look at it.
Remember,
That looks like.
remember with
that-
bro.
Look, guys. That's like Yaya from
I had
Nihao
an
Kailan.
older wooden.
Because look at it.
Wooden.
I know it's kind of Percy's diabetic grandfather.
Fucking die.
Yeah, and also you didn't refill your face. Me, Alan, and Manuel. So
Percy's
Diego.
diabetic grandfather. Freaking a dog.
Yeah, he is a dog. This literally makes zero sense. And
No, and it's not a Dodge. Not a Dodge. It's
fucking a Dodge. And now we get into the zigzag railway.
Yeah.
yeah, and Diego. Diego,
Look
can
at
you
the
reveal your
zigzag car.
face? So it would be the first time. Just a quick moment. Just pause your video so you would reveal your face. No, your actual real face on camera is showing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This is how you look. I've seen it in
Yeah.
one of your videos without your mask.
Yeah.
Yes, can I see the video?
No, yeah,
Hey,
seriously,
Elijah.
this is on my face.
My internet's back on, so I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna switch to my computer.
Oh, Manuel is back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, my phone.
Freaking a dog.
You're using your phone now. Hey, Alan.
My phone was dead. It was
Hello.
battery.
Hey, Elijah. I'm
Yeah,
back on
it's
my computer
okay.
because my
Alan,
internet's
like,
back on my computer.
Oh my god,
Hey,
hey,
down
what's
with
up?
Down with Thomas. Freaking a
Mhm.
dog.
Yeah,
And then also,
a doll.
hey, Elijah. And then,
God.
hey,
Oh
Elijah.
my god.
Yeah. You also can't wait that I'm excited that I'm gonna meet you again in Linden, New Jersey, and
Linden,
I
New
hope,
And look,
Jersey,
guys,
depending on my
I
mom's
hope
car.
we meet
Because
Guys,
I want
Alan, you
tell
gotta
mom
see
to
this.
ask
right?
Uncle Ruben,
Alan, dude,
just
you gotta
Uncle
see
Ruben
this.
politely, so he'll get my car, he'll get my mom's car ready for Linden, and hopefully we'll
Yeah.
catch HJ 64, number 662, 606.
Well, I hope you're able to drive carefully, dude.
Wondering if you're talking.
Yeah, and then also, hey, and then
Remember
Elijah,
the story of the
is your
the
Owl
Brooklyn
House
Eastern District
calendar
Terminal
a 2022
15?
or 2023?
Oh yeah, I heard of that.
Yeah, on April of 2023, we're gonna
Look
see
at its face.
We're gonna see Hopping Buster
What
Bunny,
happened? I can't
aka
I
see.
mean, Buster Bunny.
aka
is-
Samuel,
Oh
or
my God.
Skunk, or
Oh my
aka
God, it's
Samuel Wolf.
creepy.
What just happened to Thomas?
That's not
Creepy.
real footage.
Was that a made up footage you did?
Is that Shed 17?
Now, I've taken a deep dive into the subject not once, but
Look.
twice now. That is personal.
Well,
Is the
Oh my-
look, Alan? Does this look like Percy?
Incorrect.
the face looks like
It-
Percy. The face.
Yeah, but it kind
But
of,
his wheels
the
are
smoke,
messed up, and they're
but
like
the
Peter Sam.
smokestack looks like Peter
Peter
Sam.
Sam is not Peter Sam. Well, I mean, that's the
You
shape of
guys
Peter
remember
Sam.
Peter
Starbo
Sam.
and
They
Renee
should have
Sister
done it
Handle?
with standard gauge.
This is
What
Peter
with
Sam.
these
Don't mess with
people?
me.
I thought it was a
Just
good day
little
at
took
Tom's
you
event.
Entertain the fact that that is Percy. Incorrect. You got his wheels all fucked up. His funnel's just looking. This is Peter Sam.
Yeah, look, that is definitely Peter Sam, and you just say it's Percy when it's actually Peter Sam.
Even
This
though,
is not
even
one
though
of the
his
dumbest things I've
face,
ever seen.
his face. Remember the face? Don't forget the face. Like the face. Don't forget about the face.
Oh gosh, it's me, Huggy Wuggy.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Pinks and Pugs. Elizabeth II comes to the island.
Don't fuck with me.
Yeah,
Oh, whoa. Don't say bad words. Whoa, don't say bad
No,
words.
don't say bad words. We don't want to get
Yeah,
to my
yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
He
But
just said a bad word. He just said a bad word.
Look.
Chill.
Funnel's just
but
looking-
still, guys, this is not Percy.
this is Peter Sam.
Don't mess with us.
Hey.
with us.
Is that Percy, or is that just a, or is this supposed to be Peter Sam?
This is Peter Sam.
Like, look at me. Like, honestly, like when you guys see this picture, like of Gordon, like, look. In the Railway Series, they did good job. Honestly, look.
Look at this
From-
Henry.
Brenda.
That's Gordon, dude.
No, that's Henry. Look at the face.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And it's a
It
black 5.
Yeah, look. Oh yeah, I like the Railway Series
And
books
this
because
is
they
supposed to
present
be
everything.
Gordon.
Really?
Gordon was originally supposed to be like that, but he is now 462 Pacific.
Google this image.
Yeah. Well, I wonder why. I wonder
Face.
why. That's my
But
question.
I'm not
I
gonna do
wonder
that.
why.
To him. I'm not gonna do that. No, that's not Gordon.
If Gordon
No, it's
had
just-
this
it's not.
210
This is
design,
engineered
then he
using
wouldn't be as
some
fast as
Look.
Spencer.
This is cool. Like I like the colors.
But like no, in the Railway Series, look, in the Railway Series paints, pots, and
You see, that's the Railway Series.
Queen.
paint.
I
That's really
like
good.
how they did it better, honestly. Like I like
Yeah,
how they
but-
did
but
Gordon's
this-
thing. You look.
Cool.
We can
It's
see
not
United
rude or
Kingdom. These are
disrespectful
United
to
Kingdom
character
flags,
that's
right?
already
This is
established.
Great Britain, right?
Unlike this looks like some shitty ass cake with some gluten free ass ice.
Whoa! Don't say the bad word.
No,
Don't say bad
look,
words.
guys,
We
look.
don't want to get to
Did
Manus'.
Yeah,
Is
yes.
that what did they use to make this out of?
Oh my God! What the heck is that?
What the Jenny?
You
That looks
better explain to
creepy.
me right now.
I think they used this. Is this clay?
It does. It does.
It looks a little bit creepy to me. What is with the face? I
Yeah,
thought it was supposed to be an A3.
Never
What I used
Look-
Blind Scotsman
Look at
instead.
Diesel's face.
Wait, let me see.
And this is what it did to him. Yep. So
Is that Aryan? It looks like Aryan bird, dude.
This railway is called the Langolin. I don't know. It's right there. It's a preservation railway. But there's
If an E2,
Wait, is that from
if they-
Unlucky
if
Tug? Is
E2s
that from a footage
listen.
of Unlucky Tug?
if E2s were saved, they would actually use them to make Thomas.
I mean, first of all, we all know that Thomas is actually an E2 class.
Yeah, but if E2s were saved, some E2s were saved, they would have used those to make a Thomas.
Well, that's
Like
true.
number
That's true. He got a point there. He got a point.
But at least we may get a new E2 with a larger coal bunker and would paint it blue, just like
Hey,
Thomas.
look at this diesel. This looks better.
Yeah,
Why
it
is he
kind of looks like-
smiling? Oh.
It kind of looks slightly better.
Yeah, not like the regular smile like they did in the TV show.
Also, guys, I want to show y'all this. Like,
Ugh.
I'm gonna show y'all this. Hold on.
Wait.
Look.
vintage railway is just
That's like an older version of Peter Sam, but instead of it's Percy's grandfather, freaking a dog.
Oh, yeah, I see your point.
railway.
Wait, I just have this question.
Different, clearly. Here we got Percy's diabetic.
Like, I just have this weird question. Like, what is James's class again? Like, what is James's engine type actually?
Look, guys. My friend Isaac said that spells Ada, but instead that's not Ada. That does not spell Ada. That spells
Ada.
Look, does that look like Thomas?
No,
that's
That
not.
looks like Ryan. That's like a ripoff of Ryan, dude.
It looks like a blue version of Belle from Thomas and Friends.
Oh yeah, from
Yeah.
the Diesel.
Remember-
yeah. The Diesel.
There's Douglas.
That does
Mhm.
not look
I
like a
actually
Douglas.
What?
Does he speak Scottish though? Does he
Yo,
speak
I actually
Scottish?
saw Dave
Does
the
he speak
Diesel
Scottish?
with
If
my
he speaks
cousins
Scottish, then
Benji and
yes.
Gigi. I saw Dave the Diesels with my cousins
And now
Benji
we
and
get
Gigi
zigzag-
since April, during my April spring
Scrap
break
James,
on my
like-
2020.
Look,
Percy
they
was acting,
scrapped
honestly,
James.
the
That's what
CGI
Virginia-
series,
Look what
Percy
happened.
was
Who's
acting
that?
more like a man-child, honestly.
Is that
Exactly
Jeff the
like-
Killer? Is that Jeff the
Percy.
Killer?
No,
I guess. Oh, so you're upset about the Thomas and
Friends reboot.
Are you? Well, how about you just sit down and shut the fuck
All
up?
Shut
engines
up.
go trash.
Oh, whoa, okay.
Or
okay,
no,
yes,
because
Thomas
there's
alive.
swears on it.
Dude, there's so many
Tell me
swears.
about it, though. My
How
fault.
are
This
people
is
so
Thomas
fine
and
with
Friends. This is
this?
Ashley
How are
and
you gonna
Friends.
This
Don't
is
watch
Friends.
Ashley and Friends.
Many people often talk about the
Oh,
second coming of Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god, why?
Because look, I just put the rules like be respectful,
Bro,
no
I'm
swearing,
gonna
spamming,
Back
it's
up the
like,
train.
it's like they
The
shit
back
me.
of the
Yeah,
train.
that was the rules.
and I also
Right
put the
down
word
there.
that doesn't start with an N, but we're not
And
into
you
it because
failed.
it's not new. You know what it
Why?
is, Manuel.
Yeah, I know how it is. I know how
Darn
it is. Don't worry,
time.
don't worry.
4 times.
Five
But,
darn
like,
times.
why?
Like, who does that look like?
Let me see.
It looks like Lois Griffin and like mainly
No,
from
no,
Turning
it
Red.
actually doesn't look like Lou. It actually looks like Miss Jenny from the Jack and the remember the manager of
And I
Jack
also
and,
put
and the
no
construction
no
team.
newfangled nonsense and no
That
drama,
looks like
hate,
Lois.
abuse, bragging, fighting.
It does look like Lois. It does. It does. It does look like Lois.
And like
But-
mainly
but
for,
it's
with
not
how her
like as
glasses
much
and
as
turning
Miss
red.
Guys,
Jenny, though.
look.
Everybody knows that Australia's home to
Australia's home to
And
like
like
stuff like
Anna
this.
from Frozen, it
This?
looks like
Wait, what is that?
Wait, well, I don't see it. Wait.
A
what?
big spider? And look who's that?
Oh!
Look who's that?
Jesus!
Hey!
Look who's that?
Spider!
Oh my God!
I'm so scared
Wait
of
it back.
spiders
Wait it back.
and house
Yeah, did
centipedes.
you know that Lenny from the Loud House, she hates spiders?
Who's that?
Oh, from the Leo Kim video. That's him. He's the one that does the Thomas toy
Wait.
reveals.
Is
Leo
that
Kim
that?
video.
I remember. Hey guys,
remember
I
my
remember
childhood,
Leo
wow.
Kim video because I used to grew up watching his videos.
Day,
'cause
day, day,
he
day.
reviewed
Me
the
too,
Thomas
wow.
toys and
this
Chuggington toys.
slot, this,
Wait, is that Bear?
this,
Listen.
this.
Listen to what he says. What does he say?
Let's see. Dare. Something like that.
this.
Baby.
But this is about the how to do Australia. Don't you feel bad?
Look at
Wait,
that.
Is that Bear?
That's
Is
a
that
class
Bear
40,
from
right?
Really
That's a
Serious?
class 40,
I
right?
remember Bear.
Look at this Thomas.
Bear is based
Look
off
at
a
this
class
duck.
35
Is that
payment.
duck? Wait, is that duck? That's like a Pannier tank
He
engine.
looks like
Why
he
does he
looks
have
like
Thomas
a
face?
duck, but a different
It is
color.
duck. It is duck. Wait,
No,
oh,
that-
that's Ben. No, that's Ben or
Face
Bill.
on
I
this
don't know.
one.
They
And we'll
both
do
look
the
like the
same thing
same.
with Henry's face with this one, but don't do the eyebrows. That'll cost too
Ah!
copyright. See, this is okay. These kind of look like RWS characters, I would say. Kind of. I don't know who. And they got Bill and Ben. They got. Bill
But
and
they're
Ben.
a green
You
color.
guys just had a yellow one. That is a sleepy engine.
Is that
an
Daisy or is that
infected
Poco?
engine.
Wait, that's
It might be
Daisy.
time to
Why does
branch
Daisy
Oh
look
my
like
God,
a clown?
Daisy.
This bad
Why does
on
he
your
look like a clown?
This is torture. Hopefully, you guys like taking this back.
Because
one more
girls are
time.
into makeup or
Basic
something?
fucking life.
No disrespect. Oh, did Thomas just fell?
Does this sound like Mexican music?
Yeah, he likes Train
Kinda
Boy.
does. Like, kinda.
Is
I
that
remember
Mexican
watching
music?
Train Boys' videos too. I saw his Big Boy 4005 record. And speaking of train wrecks, are you ready to talk about some
What is that?
Their portrayal of
the train wrecks at
Look
the
at that.
Maryland Chase
Rusty.
Collision?
just boring looking. Now, if he had some beautiful.
Are you ready
big
to
Blue
talk about
eyes
those
of it.
Maryland Chase Collision?
What?
Manuel?
Yes, let's talk about that, please.
And
Diego,
also
can you
the Reading
stop?
2101
Diego, stop.
train crashes and the
Oh, the Reading
Union
T1?
Pacific 1278 boiler explosion, and also the Union Pacific
Let's talk about the Chase
844
Maryland collision.
incident.
How about that? Let's talk about the first one, the Chase Maryland.
The first one, the Maryland Chase Collision. Second is the two Reading 2101 train wrecks. Third is the Canadian Pacific 1278 boiler explosion. Fourth is the Union Pacific 844 pedestrian incident.
Can we also talk about the
Fifth is New York-
Chatsworth collision too? The Chatsworth collision? I want that.
Yes, two. And also, the sixth one would be the runaway hopper accident with New York Central 6721. Also,
Oh,
the
I heard about that.
one
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
Chesapeake and Ohio 3020 boiler explosion. And the 1642 boiler explosion is going to be the eighth and last and final one.
All right, got it. Okay, let's talk about the Chase Maryland collision. Okay, the Chase Maryland
This is gonna be
collision
the
was
first
actually
one.
the
We're
first
saving it
Amtrak
for
accident
next
ever happened
episode.
in the United States, actually.
Cancer survivor.
We're going to
Uh,
save it for the third, for season 1, episode 3. So
Okay,
we
got
got to
it.
wait until tomorrow.
It's okay, it's okay. Let's just talk about the Chase Maryland then. How about that?
We'll do
Okay.
it tomorrow, too.
Oh, okay. Can we talk about half of it? How about half of it?
Yeah, half of it.
Yeah, half of it. Yeah. Okay.
We'll
so
talk
the Chase Maryland
about
collision.
the full version tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
But you
okay,
could go.
okay.
You could
All
you
right.
could talk to half. of it.
Look, guys, this was
Okay.
one of my History of Steam Locomotives videos.
Is that a wait? What kind of steam? Wait, that's a 1225 steam engine. Is that a unit? Wait, that actually looks like a Union Pacific Big Boy. Actually.
765.
And even
Oh.
and the locomotive, the 1220.
Wait, it looks like the one for Polar Express.
Yeah, that's 1225. And also, I'm. It's a real shame that 765 hasn't appeared in a movie, but 1225 appeared in the Polar Express. How about 765? Why cannot just appear in the movie?
Honestly, I have no why. I have no reason why.
Maybe
why
they,
did they
maybe
pick that out of all
765
the
should
engines?
appear like in a movie.
I'm planning
like in a movie that would be made by Disney or
my
or
version of
Nickelodeon
this
or Warner
locomotive.
Brothers.
Look,
Oh. Oh wow.
That's Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy 5632.
Yeah, I was about to say that as well.
yeah, guys, I did two videos of it, but I had to take them down due to copyright.
Oh, copyright. Yeah, that's.
But look, guys,
Soundtrack. Very
look what.
excited.
But I also did this engine.
Beautiful.
Oh.
No.
That's Chesapeake and Ohio 27.
Does that say CSX right there?
Yeah, it said
Heritage
CSX.
Corporation and Ravenna, Kentucky.
These steam
And once I
heritage-
see it, then I'm gonna see it reunite side by side with the 765 and 1225. I'm just gonna see it. I just hope it's gonna happen on my summer vacation.
Rebuild on the 765 and get a brand new look.
I said exactly what Christopher Kovac said. And look, when I also did this engine.
Wait, do you have TikTok, Diego?
Yeah, I have TikTok. But look, guys, I also did this engine.
Can you send me your TikToks, your username, so I would screenshot it?
Sure. It's like, guys. But look, guys, look.
It's 819.
Yeah. Do you think
Can I see your
guys,
TikTok
and
if I want to follow you?
Don't think I didn't mention 587.
and then Nickel Plate Road 587. Just a nickel. She was a.
Oh, the great then the engine was saved and
It was used for the Great Train 587, the Great Train Robbery, where the 587 is originally going to be scrapped, but some kids saved it for preservation.
Or they can give it to.
But after the ITM had to go went to bankruptcy.
587.
They donated it to the Kentucky Steam Heritage Corporation, which is now today's gonna finish it after they're done with 2716. Now I just hope they also restore RJ Corman QJ number 2008, which is a T10T Santa Fe type. Speaking of T10T,
And we all know the 587 is going to be restored, but when is it going to be restored?
Maybe after they're done with 2716, and after
Yeah,
they're
I
done
was about
with
to say that as well.
And
Oh,
after
yeah,
they're
but
done with
even though that
the Penn Central engine
Well,
before
guys,
back then?
I responded to them, but they said they don't own it, but they didn't say that they're not going to rebuild it, but they are going to rebuild it after 2716 is complete.
And
I thought they were going to put it in a museum. They said that, did they?
They're going to restore it to running condition.
Oh, really? Just
Yeah, and
restore
after
for
they're
parts
done
just in
finishing with
case?
2716 and 587, hopefully they can do RJ Corman 2008 because it
Bro, I
hasn't
just
been
can't
running
believe what
since
happened with that Amtrak
2013.
AC-67, honestly. I can't believe what happened.
RJ Corman, a.k.a. Old Smokey.
Yeah,
Oh.
2008, RJ Corman 2008, aka Old Smokey, was not able to steam for that much longer. With the death of Richard Corman, that suffered pneumonia on July 26, 2013. Old Smokey hasn't run ever since, and hopefully they'll get it restored. So triple head with Iowa Interstate 6988 and 7081, which are also 210 Santa Fe types. And there are other 210 Santa Fe type steam locomotives that are gonna run again, which are American, which are Union Pacific 5511, and also the Southern Pacific 982 by the Texas Railway Steam Train Association.
Do you think 587 will triple head with 765 and 1225?
And quarter head with 2716.
Hey guys, did you know that Fast Break Productions, aka T-128 Productions, did the 587's cracked whistle?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Nickel Plate Road 587 is not a Mikado. It is a potato. It's like this type of meme, like the where Jack, aka Commanding Officer Kanal, make that video on YouTube.
Everyone can make that kind of video, dude. My opinion.
And I have some Nickel Plate 587 crack whistle memes, like a few of them on TikTok that I have.
Guys, guys.
Do you have the menu?
587's a good engine, but guys, guess what engine I also want to be restored? Look, guys. Look what engine it is.
Frisco 1522.
Oh my god, really? That engine? No, honestly, guys, like I didn't.
Hey, Alex.
Hey,
Oh yeah, Alex, what's up?
Hey, Alex.
Guys, listen. It's which whistle 1522 is this?
Wow. I'm back.
It's Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy
Guys,
5 times.
brand new.
I was about to say that, yes.
TikTok just took the video down about the 9/11.
Yeah, you should go watch the full video if you have enough time because it's already late at
Hey,
9:16
just
p.m. Eastern.
does 1522's whistle sound like 4014's whistle?
It's a good standing. For following
Yeah, a little bit.
guidelines.
I see. But I just have one question though. Like one question. Like for me, like it might sound a little weird, but like do all steam locomotives have the same whistles actually, or they have the same bell? That's the thing. I get confused a lot.
Wait,
I mean,
guys,
because
guys, I want to ask y'all something.
You know, they're like
Does
sometimes.
4014's whistle sound like 1522's whistle a little bit?
Well, yeah,
A little actually.
a little bit, but 50
Yeah, listen,
sounds like
listen.
the Southern Railway chime whistle.
A little bit, right?
Little bit, but more like between Union Pacific 844 and Atlanta and West Point 290, RJ Corman 2008,
And-
and Union Pacific 844,
And 611?
and Norfolk and Western 611,
Hey, Alan.
and 4014.
Yeah.
And 3985 sounds a little bit like 844, 611, Spokane, Portland, and Seattle 700, and Southern Pacific 4449.
Wait, where did Caitlin's whistle originate from?
Caitlin's whistle? Wait, you mean
Was
the
that from
steamline
15
engine?
From Thomas and King of the Railway.
Listen,
Yeah. Yeah, was that the
Hey,
engine?
Allah, guess who's
whose
here?
whistle does that sound like?
Mickey Mouse.
Listen.
Right there.
That's Thomas.
No,
Oh. That's Caitlin's.
no, but whose whistle does it sound like?
I just said it's Caitlin's.
Does that sound like 1522 or 611?
611.
Oh my God.
Does that sound like 4014, 4449, or 290?
I think it sounds a little bit like Atlanta was point 290, a little bit with 1522.
Hey,
And 819?
And Cotton Bell 819, I think.
Hey, Jeff King.
What?
I'm starting school. So I started school on Thursday.
What kind of engine is Caitlin?
A Baltimore and
That's
Ohio
Streamline. It's a
P7
Streamline
Royal
engine.
Blue, number 5304.
So
And we
the
all
one-
know Connor's. We all know Connor's basis.
A New York Central J3A464 Hudson with the 20th Century Limited.
Hey, Jeff King.
Is this
What's
a
up?
3-chime, 6-chime, or 5-chime?
So tomorrow I have
I think it's a 5-chime whistle.
because I have to go to the bus.
Kind of like a CBNQ 5-chime or a Bessemer and Lake Erie 5-chime. Or like
Or a Denver and Rio Grande 5-chime?
Denver and Rio Grande 5-chime. Or Boston CBNQ 5-chime. Mostly Denver and Rio Grande 5-chime.
Which real-life engines, when Connor and Caitlin blew their whistles together in one scene, what kind of which engines from the real world do you think were racing?
The main line, I think. They were in the main line.
Would it be 4960 and 1522, or 4960 and or 40 or 611?
That would be tough.
Would
And
it be
also, I
49
know that Vinny's whistle
What about
came
611 and 587?
So yeah. Tomorrow I have to wake up. You know what time I gotta wake up tomorrow?
Wait, like, yeah.
you say?
What? Listen to the Connor's whistle. That's a 5-chime.
So
Caitlin's would be a 3-chime Hancock.
Imagine if the thing on the 20th Century Limited went all through Connor's face.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I saw some DeviantArt pictures, drawings of that with Metalhead Railfan doing that. And I imagine if they'd done that with Caitlin, it would be cool. And I know that Canadian Pacific, I know that Vinny from the Great Race
Guys, look.
might have had a Canadian Pacific
Polar
5-chime
Express.
whistle came from Canadian Pacific.
Listen, whose whistle this is.
this is
The
Listen.
Polar Express.
Oh, that's on the Polar Express.
Is that
But
Nickel Plate
listen-
587?
Listen to the whistle.
Want to
Listen.
know what Metro North trains should come back?
That's Chicago, Burlington, Quincy,
The
4960's
M2, M4,
whistle.
and M6.
Really?
yeah.
Wait, wasn't it between the one from the Magic Railroad, though? Remember the one where Billy Two Feathers was driving
Listen.
the 475? Like, what whistle did it actually sound like?
That was Canadian National 3254's 5-chime step top 5-chime whistle.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. Couldn't be today's night.
Yeah, 3254 became so popular because people recognized that engine big, but still, I don't like the 3254 because of its fast rate of tuning up bearings, not center cab, a bent frame, of rough riding fuel consumption. Some random 5-chime did a great job explaining about that can Canuck of the 3254 and how that evil Mikado with the looks with neutral to chaotic evil, how it traded 1278 to the Gettysburg Road, and how it got traded to Steamtown with the 1278 354 for Steam turn.
All right, guys, I have a whistle quiz. Whistle quiz. Hold on. This steam whistle is loud. That video. I think y'all might recognize this steam whistle. Y'all might recognize this steam whistle.
Okay, go ahead. Test.
Okay, hold on. Let me load it. But this whistle is loud enough for y'all to hear it. This was right next to the camera, so y'all can hear the whistle. So, all right, guys. And also,
Yeah.
listen to the whistle. Hold on. Let me get the whistle.
Okay.
Right here.
Wow.
Right here.
The Union Pacific big boy.
Boy.
Big boy.
Union Pacific 844.
Oh, close.
Oh, Union Pacific
Let's see,
844.
let's see who it was.
Hey, Manuel and Elijah.
I knew it was Union Pacific 844. I knew it was 844 this entire time.
Hey,
What
Elijah
kind
and
of whistle
Manuel.
does 844 use?
Union Pacific Hancock 3-time whistle.
A
Oh, and
3-time
also-
Hancock?
Long bell 1. Oh, Manuel, have you seen Union Pacific 844?
No,
When was 844?
I remember Union Pacific 844. Yeah.
Well, have you seen the 3751 from Santa Fe?
Yeah, Alex.
I could have said I posted the 9/11 and TikTok took it down for no reason.
I can imagine that as well.
And now
Hey,
still got
also,
in the store, and then they said
Did you
that
guys hear that
I followed the
844 killed somebody?
Yeah,
Really?
we're gonna talk about that
Oh,
in the
let's
new.
talk about
It was
that.
Kelly Garris, the photographer, that female photographer that killed her. I think she was born like in the between the 1950s or 1960s, and then died on Saturday, July
Look, right.
2nd,
Look, guys.
2002.
No. People say that the most inspiring thing was when
Look, right here.
when that woman was on a station in Downers Grove, Illinois. That incident of Mary T. someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't show the scene because
Yeah,
we
I'm
don't want
not
to
gonna
get
show. I'm not gonna show the
demonetized.
scene. I'm not gonna show the scene.
We don't want to get demonetized for that.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, guys.
Or age restricted.
Yeah, but
actually.
we're
Age
gonna
restricted.
talk about the episode. We're gonna talk about that wreck like in next episode, season 1, episode 3 of Passion Activity.
I just got.
Oh, speaking of 844,
You see, Alan?
is 844?
oh yeah, I see
when
your
was
Animaniacs
844 built?
plushies.
On Christmas
like
Eve,
somewhere
on
between, like,
December
16,
24th of
18, I don't know.
1944. It was the
Well, like
last ever seen like well by Union Pacific.
Oh, you just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sort
The
of.
good news is my account is a good standing. I follow the guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I followed the guidelines.
I followed
and
the
also,
guidelines. Even though my friend Anisha from Tuna River, I keep telling her to not post any bloody gore violence because we don't want to get demonetized.
I
for
don't
that.
want to get demonetized. Oh no. Actually, it's actually age restricted. We don't want to get age restricted. Age
Me
restricted.
too. So my
Just
first
like how SML got age restricted because of the Duffy video since 2017. How they sued,
But
how
the
Nintendo sued SML.
comes a good save.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm not gonna post that no more. That 9/11.
9/11.
Yeah, I'm not gonna post it no more.
Well, I only posted only about the impact, but not like the scenes of like how people fall. That's actually very sad. So we don't want.
I did
I
the
know
fan
it's
art
sad.
without.
So
I did the fan art drawing without the impact.
To do that. No
Yeah,
more.
me too. I did mine without the impacts because I don't like that. That's very sad.
Yeah.
And hey,
That's
And
hey
I put an
Alex,
American
sad.
flag. You know, like
I know.
Alicia, you should have done that, dude. You could have put an American flag on it.
Yeah.
You should have done that. I put
yeah,
mine
and then
as American flag.
also Alex, did you hear me in the live saying when I went like, oh god,
What happened?
nothing
No,
happened,
dude, that's
but
very sad.
I-
Don't say that. Don't say
yeah,
that.
because
Yeah,
I
don't say
hope
that. We don't wanna
otherwise
get
otherwise they're gonna think that basically UK and Bushy Secret 2 are trying to come for me because I don't want them to.
What happened? They come.
Dude, just don't like whatever you do, Alan. Just don't do anything.
Yeah, because
Don't
otherwise
do
I'm-
anything.
Don't do
Yeah.
nothing that gets you blocked, or don't be anything. Don't be so clumsy. I don't.
And
wanna
don't
say
act
the
like a
diesel
whip,
because-
just like how Percy did in Dave the Diesels. Well, it's like
Oh,
what
yeah,
happened
you-
to
But
wait,
then
wait,
remember the
actually,
diesel
it's
works.
not
But then the
no,
diesel
Lori,
with
works
some
went on
issues
fire, right?
and some terrible scenes. And I've seen Day of the Diesels with my cousins, little cousins Benji and Gigi, on my 2021 to 2022 Westfield High School 11th grade junior year, 2022 for April spring break, along with Misty Island, The Great Discovery, and Here of the Rails. I did enjoy with The Great Discovery.
I wonder why everyone hates Misty Island Rescue.
Yeah, nothing tops the spot. F.
Yeah,
I don't know why it was
For
hated.
Day of the Diesels, but slightly better, but still terrible. The best one, is Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good one. But like, I just didn't understand why Sir Tamamo was so mad at Thomas for everything, for saving Ryan's life with the dynamite. Like that did not make sense at all.
Yeah, and then also
and that pirate Sailor John, he's like a well-written villain.
So next
guy, he sounded a little bit like Mr. Krabs.
No more.
No.
Like,
the British police
pirates
arrived at the
from,
scene
like,
when he was
Pirates of the
drowning. You
Caribbean,
know, like they go, hello, what do we have here? But I'm innocent. You tell me. Nah, tell it to the judge. You know, I'm like, wow.
So I'm gonna post. So next time.
Sounds a little bit like Brother Blood from Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go and Slink.
Teen Titans Go. No, let's talk about the original one. The original was okay.
But the Go version is bad.
Yeah, the Go version is bad. I prefer the original one.
I agree. I like the original Teen Titans from 2003.
That's anime, dude. It's anime, isn't it? It's
anime. I
It
started
looks
watching
like
animes like Naruto.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to watch more episodes of Naruto so I'll be a true Naruto fan. Someone else
True,
watch.
you got to, bro. You have to.
Oh, and I also
I'm back.
started watching
I just gotta
another
get-
anime called Komi Can't Communicate, and I need to watch another anime called Beyblade, Pokemon, and Dragon Ball Z. They're so good. I need to see them.
Yeah, you got to.
Oh, Diego's back.
Dragon Ball Z was in Fortnite.
So D'Angelo is back.
Really? I have
D'Angelo
played Fortnite,
hasn't
like, in
came back to
months,
us
but I need
yet.
to try to get the Dragon
Well,
Ball Z
Yeah, that's
skin.
true. I forgot. Where is he anyway?
Sorry, what happened?
Oh,
What?
Goku?
Where is D'Angelo anyway?
Sorry.
Oh, D'Angelo, he still betrayed us.
Hey, all of us.
Oh.
We tried to invite him back, but he didn't want to.
Yeah,
Bro,
because
Deja, there's
And
something
I
going on in your
with a female
server,
person.
dude.
It doesn't have to
wait
be
a
male
minute. What's
joining
going on
the
in your
live
server?
stream.
Wait,
We
in your
can also
There's a
Discord
lot of
server?
people
sometimes
saying
have
a lot
females.
the C word. They're saying a lot the C word, dude. I don't want to say
It's
it.
because it was Train
Because
Fan
we don't want to get
4636's
age
idea.
restricted.
Yeah, exactly. But they were saying that, dude. You gotta fix that.
Yeah, and then
Michigan
did
Rail
you?
Fan, I
Even
can't
though
stand
it's
what
on your
he
rules,
did.
and then it was I am Train King in your
Guys,
server,
like-
who is Max.
Okay, when was A44 built again?
On Christmas Eve, December 24th of 1944, during the height
Yeah.
of World War II.
Also,
Also, wait. So my account is a good standing, no violations. Only I just got one, but it couldn't get restored. And the good news is my account is safe because
Yeah, and you follow the community guidelines. Like nowadays, I do.
yeah, I
because
also
know I
follow
have
the
this
community
account
guidelines on
warning.
TikTok.
I
And
have
only
them done
had-
redemption.
So I'm about to post next. I'm not gonna post next time. I'm not gonna post that no more at the very day. Only gonna post the
And I
facts.
promise I'll
only
post
just
my
only
great
just the
discoveries. It's
twin
late
towers that are
belated
not on fire, okay?
anniversary. I
Okay,
promise,
got it.
Manuel. It's 13th belated, and I meant it's 14th belated anniversary of the Great Discovery, Manuel.
And then also, hey, Elijah and Manuel, you can't believe we
Manuel,
used to.
do you hear us?
I see he's still there. Also, Alex and
It's the
Elijah,
Wi-Fi again. I can't.
and then also the times when me and Alex were in Manuel's Sunday live stream, like back when we did one back in August. There were enemies that were invading the live stream many times, and then I was
Yeah,
like,
I know
oh
that
my
Michigan
god, I have
Rail
bad
fan
news, and that's how I
wanted
went
to
like.
invade
Yeah.
my live stream.
Even Alex too, right? You said, "Oh my god," when you heard the bad news, what the enemies are doing.
Yeah,
I know Michigan Rail fan randomly found his life feeding art.
Yeah,
Wait, you guys think that like okay? Honestly, I gotta tell you guys something. In the Thomas
Guys, I wanna
series,
show
like
y'all
the model
this.
series, do you think that all the
This is
seasons
my
they changed a
footage
lot of
of when I
themes?
went
For
to
example,
Durango.
Edward's theme. Like, do you think they changed a lot that was better from season 2, or do you guys like prefer season 2 than the other seasons? Which theme would you
Look,
guys
guys,
go
this
for?
is my footage.
I prefer Edward's theme from seasons 2.
This is
What
my
about
footage
Thomas's
of when I
season?
went
What
to
about
the-
Thomas's
to the
theme?
Durango
Season
and
4
Silverton.
or season 8?
I like
To the
season
Durango.
4. Season 8 was
Yeah,
okay, but
I
season
like the
4
model
best.
series
I
and
love Gordon's
CGI
theme from
series.
season 5.
Yeah. Season 8 is actually the model series, so yeah.
And then the CGI
Wait,
series came in 2009 with
Southern
the
Long Bell 3
rails.
times. That's a Southern 3 time Long Bell. I know.
Yeah, that's. Wait, my friend Alex. Wait,
Mhm.
my.
Manuel,
Hey, what's up? I'm here.
you also remember the times back in your Sunday live stream on August when Alex did warned us about what was the bad news about what the enemies
Oh
were
yeah,
doing.
yeah. We cannot talk about the bad thing because, like, first of all, we can talk that in our private time.
Guys,
in
do y'all
Discord.
know Alex Herod?
Oh yeah.
Then also you also heard about what did D'Angelo still do, right?
Oh yes.
He keeps making those fake photoshops.
Yeah.
It was
like
actually
Photoshop
Bushy
of,
Secret
like,
2
baby
actually
models
made
on
them
magazine
because
covers.
Hey guys, I
because
want to show you
the
there
this
are
song
video.
that I
two
was
there's
singing. The song
and
is
also
called Victoria's
I
Secret
made
by
Elijah
this
Jack.
video,
Manuel.
you guys. I made this video.
Hey guys, do you remember you remember the series of New Engine slideshow, Thomas?
Oh yeah.
Guys, look. This is
I
my
used to
city.
see that.
This is my city's STEAM excursion program, the San Antonio Railroad Heritage Museum.
Our STEAM excursion.
We're doing a STEAM excursion program. Hopefully by my family. This is my family.
Where?
Right here.
Oh. Oh wow.
Are you
But this
somewhere
isn't-
near
this
San
isn't my
Antonio, Diego?
universe. This is in my What?
Are you somewhere in San Antonio, Texas, dude?
Like, look, there I am.
Oh.
San Antonio Railroad Heritage.
Both in my universe, the San Antonio Heritage Railroad Heritage Museum
go,
was
go,
leaded
go.
by my family, the Hobbs family. We had 2 steam engines.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
bro.
the Hobbs family from Zootopia.
We had Steven,
Bro,
Southern
like
Pacific
that,
794,
like, bro, this show, like,
and look who else. Look who it is, Marty, and he is.
He's Grand Truck Western 5629.
Look,
Western number 5629.
look.
Gotta watch more.
That's Steven. And there's Marty. Yeah, oh, Southern Pacific Railway.
Now I follow the guideline. Follow every guideline.
And Marty,
Marty was
462 Pacific.
And also
Originally,
Alex
He
went.
was
Then
built by the shops in
Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
He was built by Alco.
Western.
It was built by Alco by the
US
American
RA type
Company,
steam
aka Alco, Schenectady, New York. Blah blah blah.
Steven and Marty were really good friends to me.
I had to leave them.
Marty.
All right, Alex Toledo.
Okay.
all right, see Alex.
Media corner is it?
Yeah.
And look what happened to Marty when I went to visit. Look what happened to Marty. What happened? Look what happened. Guys, look.
It got scrapped.
Cut up and scrapped.
Mm, I don't know. Did everyone leave?
Only Alex left
Story.
because of what he said in the comments.
Oh, he said he was going to shower.
Oh,
Guys, do you know who that is?
Who's that?
Lady?
Who?
Lady.
Lady, like Lady of the Magical Engine.
From
Yeah.
Thomas.
Guys, do you
Yeah,
think
that's from
that-
Lady and the Tramp, dude. I've seen that movie before.
Guys, do you think Lady from Lady and the Tramp and Lady and the Magical Engines are kind of the same person?
I mean, first of all, Lady is just a dog from Lady and the Tramp. That's one.
Or she
And
was
Lady's an engine.
biofused, or maybe she was biofused into an engine.
Well, maybe. Now that you're thinking about it, honestly, maybe.
She went from
like
Lady
how
Deer to Lady
So
Stone.
Lady and the Tramp has the same name as Lady the Magical.
Yeah.
Comes to Magic Road. It's like how, in comparison with Frida from The Great Race, almost had the same name as Frida from Charlie Brown, Frida from The Loud House and the Casagrande, Frida from The Adventures of L.T. Gray and Main River, and Frida from the Hilda Netflix series. I know a lot of those Frida names, but they had different spellings, and their names sound the same, but different spellings.
Hey, Manuel and Elijah.
Elijah, Lady heard the news of what happened to Marty, and look, guys, and look, Elijah, what happened to Marty? Grand Truck Western 5629
was tragically scrapped.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No!
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
I know.
Do you think
No,
5629
bro,
should be
guys,
rebuilt?
sorry, it's just that
Yeah,
I know that I'm out of time, but bro, this episode of CSI Miami is so good, dude.
Why
And
was
also-
5629 scrapped, Elijah?
I don't know. I have no
Because
idea.
offered Jensen to move the locomotive to the Iowa Interstate Road, but they wouldn't insist to getting it there. And eventually, Metro and Jensen got into a huge argument, saying that if the locomotive wasn't moved out of it, then Metro will have the permission to scrap it. But getting worried about this, many individual groups attempted to save it from this demise, including the Illinois Railway Museum and the Mid-Continent Railway Museum, try to get their hands on the and move it without Jensen's approval. Then Metro had finally had enough. And
Because
finally, Metro
nothing
sent out a salvage crew and scrapped it where it stood.
Classic.
And I
all
can
rail fans could do was cry, scream, and even dogs howl with sadness and disbelief as
the 56 was tragically scrapped.
as the once preserved engine.
Yeah, I know.
And 5629 wasn't donated to the
As the once
Blue
preserved
Ma-
engine
was
was cut
donated
off.
to the Blue Island Roundhouse. Then it could have been donated to the Illinois Railway Museum. Been
Guys,
taken care of.
what if the 5629 wasn't scrapped?
Then it could have been running today, excursions,
Or
and it was
preserved.
double-headed with nickel plate 765.
Do you think the pieces of 5629 are still out there?
Yep. Like
And then there could be an opportunity to repair it.
yeah, 5629 getting scrapped is like how Marcy from Amphibia getting stabbed by King Andrews, right, Manuel?
Wait, what'd you say? Sorry, I didn't hear.
The scrapping of Grand Trunk Western 5629 is like how Marcy getting stabbed by King Andrews in Amphibia.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. I remember you made that banner of Lori getting stabbed. Oh my god.
I
Wait,
made, and
Guys.
I saw Amity too doing the
You
same
made
thing.
that.
Selling
Like, what?
Lab House. And also I can do Lab House characters as Amphibia characters with Lori as Marcy, also Luna as Anne Boontoy, Lincoln as Sprig Plantar, Holly as
Oh yeah, I
Lola,
remember you did that. Yeah.
Luann as Sasha Waybright, and General Union as Len Loud, and Lady Olivia as Lenny Loud. King Andreas as Morak from the Loud House movie.
Guys, look,
and
guys.
also
You
Pop
know,
Pop as
Oh,
Grandpa
what's
from
going
the
on,
Loud
what's going
House.
on? Bro, I'm sorry. It's just that. Oh god, I think I'm getting tired.
hey guys, have you seen
What,
the
what?
sequel, Lady and the Tramp 2?
Yeah, we saw it.
Look,
I
Well,
haven't seen the movie, but I want to see it.
anyways,
Guys,
I
look.
gotta go do it, actually. I gotta get ready for the whole entire thing because I gotta go to church.
Anyway, so hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Anyways,
Look, guys,
guys,
look at
thank
the
you so much
engine.
for watching this live stream.
Look
What
at
engine? What
is that?
engine? Oh wow.
And also,
It was like a Pennsylvania train, actually. Steam locomotive.
and then also one time I even tried to talk about
Guys, look who it is.
Yeah, that Pennsylvania Railroad train.
Yeah, it is. I know it's a Pennsylvania.
Guys, listen to the whistle. Did you hear the whistle?
I hear the whistle.
What was it?
I don't know, dude. Like steam locomotive whistles are literally almost the exact same thing. They look identical with each other.
But their whistles, no, but their
Who
sounds are
remember the
different.
Pennsylvania Railroad GG1?
Oh yeah, me too. Me. I know them better than anyone.
The GG1?
Yes.
Oh,
I
and
also know
also
the GT one. I know the wreck of number 4876 at Washington D.C. And also during Dwight D. Hours, his presidential inauguration, it was still sitting at the station, and then the president got heard news from it. They decided to pull it back from.
And what happened to Richard Jensen after he was disgusted after 5629? What happened to Richard Jensen?
Oh, I don't know about that one.
On March 16th, 1991, Richard Jensen passed away. And
from what?
I don't know, like a heart attack or
Probably
pneumonia.
just passed out like just how normal people die from. They die from heart attacks or stroke or something. Let's just say that.
Just
Yes,
like what happened
rest
to
in
my
peace to the both
Haitian,
of them.
Just what happened to my black Haitian grandma called Cenelia Trofort. She passed away during a stroke on Saturday, December 11th, 2021, last year.
I lost my grandmother-in-law.
This was
actually.
5629 before it was scrapped.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I can't.
For abandonment.
That engine should have been preserved.
Metro offers
True.
I hear Penzi Productions.
Yeah, look. It was like stored in a yard next to a city, and there are a few streamlined diesels.
Okay, I'm honestly getting so tired, and I gotta get the movie ready anyway. So I'll see you guys later.
And I'll see you. And anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video.
And keep on streaming.
Hopefully,
All right,
guys,
yeah.
we'll see you later next live stream.
Hey, and
we'll
Alicia,
see
you are
in
gonna
the
join the
next
movie,
episode
right? The
of
movie's
season
about
one
to
of
start
Escape
anyway.
Activities,
You need to
Oh,
do
yeah.
something.
where we talk about the tragic train wrecks.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, that's all, folks.
That's all,
Bye.
folks. Bye, everyone. Hope you guys
That's
are having
all,
a good
folks.
time. All right, peace.
God
See ya, guys.
bless you all.
Is anyone gonna still up for the United 93 movie? Actually.
Peace.
Yeah.
God bless you all.
All right, peace.
That's all, folks.
I'm just gonna go brush my teeth and get ready for the movie. So peace. God bless you all.